1035 KTU.
This is a DJ Pro Style interview.
Let's go. It's 1035 KTU, the beat of New York. Pro's down in the building. And we have a superstar, a mega superstar. I got to give you the right introduction, okay? I got the big one sheet here. He's from what do they say? Over the pond? Is that what they say?
Over the pond. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He is a multi-platinum superstar artist. Calum Scott is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know? Yes. All right.
I always get a bit shy when people say stuff like that. I'm like,
How could you?
Is it multi-platinum?
Really? Oh, well, let me give you some of these numbers, man.
Oh,
I mean,
bro.
so when your debut album Only Human came out, it was number one on iTunes in over 20 countries, landing the number one spot. It's approaching 10 billion streams. That's a lot. 10 billion.
That's 10 million.
Yeah, that's 10,
stupid.
That's a lot. And you got mega. You Are the Reason went 5 times platinum. Dancing on My Own 3 times platinum.
Bro.
I mean, there's a lot of platinum things
There's
happening
a lot
over
of
here.
platinum things, a lot of zeros.
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money being deposited over
well,
here.
I wish the zeros were in my account, but they're not.
Well,
Unfortunately,
I mean, here's a good thing. I heard. I did a little research, and one thing about you that I love is that you like to take care of your family and your friends before yourself.
Yeah,
So
man.
So when them zeros and that money comes in,
It's gonna be straight on them.
Maybe it's been coming in, but you haven't noticed because you're so busy taking care of everybody
Sure,
else.
I'm gonna go back and go. Oh, I can retire.
You're buying cars for the family. I heard.
Yeah, man. I bought my mum. My mum's like my angel. So I bought a car. I retired her just earlier last year. So
Yeah.
she now is a retired lady of leisure. She gets
Yes.
to be able to travel with me. She's coming on tour with me in October when I'm back in the States. We just come from a family holiday in Cyprus. I just paid for everybody there. For me, I could get like an AP watch and be
Yeah.
like, yo, that's great, 40 grand on the wrist.
Yeah.
I could do that, but why, I'm not going to get any enjoyment out of that as
Yeah.
much as seeing my friends and family all in one place. We're making memories. I go through my camera roll and I'm looking at videos
Oh,
that make
that's
me
the
like
best.
howl laughing.
That is absolutely the best.
That's everything.
Yeah,
That's worth every penny.
I don't travel probably anywhere near as much as you, but that's what I do. My little checks that I get, we take the family out, man. I'm all about the family,
Yes.
the kids, me and my wife. We go here and there, cruises.
Yeah,
Things
bro,
like-
100%,
Instead of
100%.
spending that, don't get me wrong. Once the trip's over, I'm like, I should have bought the watch, but
Yeah.
because the watch will still be with it. But yes, and you can't resell the trip, but the memories will last forever.
100%. That's what we got to keep telling ourselves.
Oh my God. So what do you have going on? You have some new singles. You have a tour. We're gonna talk about everything. So,
man.
you have music that's out right now. You want to talk about the new singles that you have
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out?
So the new song I've got at the minute is called Roots. It is like by far one of my like favorite songs to perform live. It's a bop. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It kind of came from actually like really trying to write a song that was going to make people cry.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going to want to make people cry, man. It's always going to be my
Yes.
objective. But then we just found it so hard, and it was like, let's just try and do something new. Let's just try and do something fresh. There was this like whistle noise that we were playing around with, and then we just like got carried away talking about childhood and like all the stuff that we used to do and childhood toys and stuff. And then we just got into this like nostalgia. And we started writing about like roots and
Yeah.
and like there's a line in there that says like a dizzy summer bloom. Like I don't even really know what that means,
Yeah.
but it's fun. You know
But
what
it
I
sounds
mean?
amazing.
Yeah,
sounds-
exactly. So sometimes like the music comes like that, and then I've been writing some other beautiful songs that's coming up on this third album that I'm hopefully releasing early next year. It's a real mix, man. On the album, it's fun, it's confident. There's heartbreak on there. It's just everything you would want from a Calum Scott album.
Do you find it since you travel so much? When do you actually sit? Are you like writing? Do you get in the vibe when you're on planes or
No,
hotel
man.
rooms, or do you write on a regular? I saw in an interview you were talking about how like you obviously you were on tour with Ed Sheeran. You're like this guy writes
Every
a
day.
song every day.
Every day.
And you say you might do one like once a month or something.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
bro, I'm lucky if I get once a month. Do you know? I think the thing for me is I never used to songwrite until I got into the music industry. And for me, my whole entrance into music was with my cover of "Dance on My Own" by Robin. So for me,
Huge
like,
record, by the way.
Say again.
I said huge record, by the way.
I know
Huge record.
it's been crazy. I mean, there's a big Phillies fan in the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a big Phillies fan in here, but as a New York fan up in here, we're hoping they change the record. Now, just to talk about that, Philly used your record, and it was the remix, I think, right? Or is it the original?
Yeah, the Tiesto
remix.
Yeah.
And they did great with it. And then I guess when they started losing, was it this year? Then they switched back
Last
to it
year,
again.
it's 2 years running now.
So it's been 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and then now
supposedly they weren't doing good. They changed it and they went back to it and then they started winning. So.
Yeah, and now it's been the 3rd year, and people are like, bring the song back. You go on Twitter, everyone's like, no, can the song? It's terrible. Yeah. So it's like there's mixed reviews. But I'm going back to Philly as part of my tour, and I'm excited, man. There's gonna be a buzz in the air.
Now, did you ever get to go perform for them? I remember I saw an interview also that you didn't want to go perform because the whole they're very superstitious.
Because there's a little bit of superstition. I went to Philly and I went to the stadium and we sound checked and we were ready to go, and there was just, I think there was a little bit of unease about me being there because it was like a winning song at the time. I don't know if that was carried on, but it was a song that they played when they won. So I think me coming out and performing the song before the game was kind of getting people rubbed up the wrong way. And I'm super respectful. I don't come from baseball. I don't have much knowledge of baseball. I love the game.
Sports fans go. Let me tell
I don't
you
want to stand in the way of a sports fan in their game. So I'm like, look, I did the first pitch, and that was incredible, and I actually managed to throw it, which was amazing because I got
it's a lot farther when you get up on the mound, right?
And I saw Mariah Carey doing it, and I was just like, bless her soul, she can't throw that ball.
You also were like, I got to make sure I do better than Mariah Carey.
Right? Imagine I would have my friends would have never let me live it down. So we were gonna, and then we had to back off because I was just like, I don't want to upset anybody, and then I've just been kind of waiting by my seat, been like, if the team want me there, I'm there. So far, I guess they've been kind of a little bit superstitious, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
But I'm at their beck and call, man. If they need me, I'm there.
Yeah. So you have a new single, My World. It's coming out soon. September 27th. Is that still the actual release?
As far as I know.
Did you guys bring the record so we can play right now before anybody else? That's what I like. I like to get the world premieres first.
I love it, though. She's like, no.
Yeah, we're going to put some pressure on her to try to get it. We're going to try to put some pressure. So what is that? So talk about that song. What can we expect?
Well, that song for me, it's a bit of a return back to the ballad because for me, I've been taking some time to just enjoy myself with music again. I've been putting out some up-tempo stuff. I think probably because of the success of Where Are You Now with Lost Frequencies and Kygo and the Jax Jones collaborations, I've just enjoyed being in that space. And so
it's a great space. It's a fun space, right?
It means I can go and play festivals.
Yeah, I was going to say that next. Have you done? So I'm sure you've done festivals with them, right?
Yeah, I've done festivals with those guys. I played Red Rocks with Griffin, and we sang Woke Up in Love there, which was it's one of my dream locations.
Is just crazy,
unreal.
It's unreal.
And being able to be, when I first started out and I had my version of Dancing on My Own out, and then we've had You Are the Reason since. There was definitely a time when I was just like, I'm the ballad guy, like I'm the sad guy, you know. So for me to be able to do these things with other people in like I've been to Tomorrowland, which is like the home of like EDM. Yeah. To perform there with Lost Frequencies was just unreal.
Well, you have an amazing voice,
Thank you.
That's at the end of the day, I don't think it matters whether you're singing ballads or something up tempo. The voice is what connects to the people.
Thanks,
obviously,
man.
The songs obviously connect, but amazing voice to go with it, man.
Thank you, bro.
So that's that always is gonna work.
Jeez, I'm so glad I came here.
Yeah, man. Come on. So, talking about performances, coming off of the fact that you were just on tour, obviously, was it last year? Was it this year? Last year with Ed?
Oh, this year we just finished up.
Okay,
literally just finished up in Cyprus a couple of weeks back, and it's been life changing for me, man. Just doing stadiums for 6 months. I mean, even that saying it out loud just sounds crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Stadiums. I shouldn't be getting used to performing in front of 70,000 people.
Well, listen, let's not act like you didn't perform for the king, right?
Bro, His Majesty in his backyard as well.
What would you put as your top performance? Is that
probably,
the top?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, performing
like festivals and all that's great, but the king, like for your family's sake. That's your biggest, right?
I had a lot of people FaceTiming me like, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you!" Crying. I cried myself when I came on stage.
Your mom didn't go to it. I heard.
Because she thought that it was the coronation of the king. So she thought that it was going to be like the whole tradition and hours of sitting around.
Did you reach back out and say, "Hey, I got to do this again" because my mom wasn't?
Listen, Charles, can we go again?
Can we run that back one more time, Charles?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I'm sure it will happen again too, and then this time your mom will definitely be there.
I mean, it should be stupid if she didn't,
So now you have your own tour, your U.S. headlining tour.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's kicking off in October 3rd, and you're going to be right here in New York, Beacon Theater on the 9th.
Yeah, man. Everybody keeps saying. I've met so many people today have been like, the Beacon's just such a great venue.
Legendary.
Blah, blah. I'm so excited because the last time I was in New York and I played a show was with The Script, and we played at Radio City.
Another one.
Really,
iconic.
really special. But there's nothing more special than your own crowd, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to have my own crowd and for them to be at the Gramercy, is a big deal. Beacon, sorry, is a big deal. Gramercy is the first one I played in New York. I just love planting seeds and like watering it and watching it grow. And for me, from playing the Gramercy, that's just my aim, is just to carry on growing my relationship with New York, my fan base here. And with the rest of America, we're playing some amazing places. The Fillmore.
Yeah, you have a bunch of, I mean, you're in Philly, Los Angeles, Seattle. You're all over Boston, Toronto. You even headed up there to Canada.
Yeah, crazy.
So it's going to be great.
It's going to be so good, man. And I'm bringing my mum as well.
Yeah. So basically after the King, she's like, I'm not missing anything.
She's just like, do you know what? Retire me right now.
Yeah.
So we did it. And now she's going to come on tour with us, and she's going to be so, man. She's going to be so excited, man, because this is, retirement, that's where life begins, right? So she gets to come and see me play all these shows.
I don't even know what kind of, obviously my little ones are little, right? And I get excited off of like if they score a soccer kick or a football, like I'm just full of joy, right?
Yeah.
I can only imagine what your mom feels. I know, like you said, that's what makes you happy, right?
Yeah, man. She gets a bit overwhelming for her, because I think she's just like, I said to her the other day, I'm like, when I was born, and it was a bit of a traumatic birth for her, bless her. I almost killed her. But I was like, when you had me in your arms, I'm like, did you ever expect? And she's like, how could you? Like, how do you even look that far ahead? She was like, I just wanted you to be healthy.
Yeah.
And then, like, I grew up and I'm now touring the world and singing with Ed Sheeran like it's no big deal. And, it's a crazy life. But my mum keeps me grounded. Being able to go and see my mum or talk to my mum or have my mum with me at shows. It's like,
is she traveling with you now too?
She's
like
my rock.
She's in New York and everything.
She's not right now. She's looking after my nephew, who is a handful at the minute. He's just turned 8, and he's loving Fortnite.
Okay, I already know. My son is 8 years old. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. So he's a little handful, but spending time with my family, man, it keeps me grounded. It keeps my feet on the ground, which I need it, because there's just so much crazy stuff going on right now. Not so long ago, I met Thor. I met Chris Hemsworth in whilst I was with Ed Sheeran. It's like I'm casually talking to Ed Sheeran and Thor. I'm like, what the hell is going on in my life? Craziness.
Can you imagine this?
No.
And this all started from Britain's Got Talent, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's even still, I still get people saying, "Oh my God, I just saw your audition the other day," and I'm like, it's almost a decade ago that all that's happened.
Amazing.
But it's been a wild ride since then, man. I would have never expected to be doing what I'm doing, but I owe it to everybody who's been there to support me from the beginning. So
you stay grounded, man, and that's so important. You staying grounded is so important.
Yeah.
So all right, listen, the holidays are right around the corner. I heard you have some new music for the holidays.
I've dipped my toe into
New York,
by the
way,
pond.
is one of the most holiday, I want to say, cities in the world.
Oh my God.
There's no. Have you been here for Christmas? Obviously,
never been here for Christmas.
If you've never been to New York City during Christmas time, you really haven't seen.
I know, man. The Rockefeller tree and the ice rink and all of the stores.
Everywhere you go, it's just such a festive vibe. I mean,
I know.
We'll have Christmas trees in here. You gotta come back to the studio. I promise.
100%.
We're gonna have it lit up.
100%.
Bartel's gonna change the Philly hat for a Santa hat. I mean, it's gonna be
a Santa hat with Phillies across it.
He'll still have he'll add Philly somehow.
Yeah. There'll be a piece somewhere.
No. So talk about these records you have coming up.
Yeah, man. So I decided to dip my toe into the pond of Christmas. I stayed clear of it for a long time because I just didn't want to pigeonhole myself as that guy,
Yeah.
But I just was taking more risks with my music than I've ever done before, and I'm experimenting and growing and evolving. And Christmas was one of those things that I'd still not had a real go at.
Yeah.
So I've got an original song coming.
Okay.
With another artist, and that's all I can say.
I was about to say, you can't tell us the artist, huh?
Brittany will kill me.
It's Mariah Carey?
It's not Mariah Carey.
Just playing.
Imagine, yes, it is Mariah Carey,
the Queen of Christmas.
The Queen of Christmas, yes, she's defrosting as we speak. No, man, it's another artist, and I'm so excited for people to hear this because it's not a duet that I ever saw coming. And I met this person, we talked, and I love them. They've got great music that I'm already a massive fan of. So to be able to be on an original Christmas song with this person, I'm super excited.
Well, we're ready for it, and it's 2 songs coming out, right?
Yeah, a little Christmas cover in there as well, just for good measure. Just to get everybody in the holiday feels. I've had a long year, so I think for me, this kind of releasing these 2 songs around Christmas time is kind of for me the end of 2024, which was supposed to be a quiet year. May I add? My manager told me at the beginning of the year, we just got 1 show this year, then we've got some time to finish the album.
Now you have a tour.
Turned into a 9-month tour. And then 2025, who knows, man? New album, world tour, maybe.
Well, the tour is going to help with those Christmas gifts.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm super excited, man. I'm doing something I love every single day. So yeah.
We're happy for you here, man.
Thanks, man.
Before you get up out, is there any artists that you would like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Ooh, good question. I would love to work with another male artist. I think I always go back to, remember David Bowie and Freddie Mercury did Under Pressure?
Mm-hmm.
I always go back to that and I just go, it would be so cool to hear two really iconic voices together. It's kind of the reason why I'm in love with Die With A Smile with Gaga and Bruno Mars. It's just two very iconic voices that we've heard for, a couple of decades now.
Yeah.
And together it's just like butter. And I'm like, I would love to do that myself with another artist. And I think two male voices coming together, there's just something in my mind that's very special about that. I don't know, maybe like Shawn Mendes or...
I was going to say, do you have anybody in mind?
Yeah. It could be anybody, like Teddy Swims, Benson Boone.
I love Teddy Swims. His voice is crazy.
It would be sick. It would be sick. I'm
here for that. Yeah. All those. Yeah. Manifest it. It'll come together, man. Like I said, and you seem to have a great soul. Your feet are grounded, man. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Thanks, bro.
You're doing amazing things. And what are your social media handles? Some people always forget to say. Let everybody listening right now, for the KTU listeners who haven't followed you, let them know.
It's Calum Scott, but my grandma was very specific with my mum. She was like, it needs to be spelled with one L.
One L?
So if we spell it with double L, you're upsetting Vera.
So CALUM.
CALUM SCOTT. You can catch me there. You can catch me on TikTok now as well.
Okay. Oh,
crazy!
TikTok.
I'm down with the kids.
There it is.
Yeah, I actually did some choreography on a video and it was cringe.
We're gonna go check it out.
But it's fun.
You have to do everything these days.
You got to do everything.
You have to do. I can only imagine your manager's probably like, you have to do this and this.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of boxes these days you have to check off.
Have you done your cooking show yet? No, I've not done my cooking show.
Well, at least you're gonna get the holiday song off the checklist.
There you go. Exactly. One more box checked. It still won't make him happy though.
All right. Well, we're here for the new records when they come out. We'll be playing them. Thank you so much. We're gonna come see you when you're out here on your show.
Yes.
And thank you for stopping by KTU.
Thanks, man.
Check out KTU.com. Brought to you by GoElizabethandJ.com. Stay at the center of it all.